I think Nadira, to a larger,
Yeah.
if you look at larger economies and
Sure.
developed economies, where SME sector has significantly started to contribute to the GDP. In the smaller economies or the more populous economies, SMEs contribute more towards the number of employments
That's right.
created. But if you actually look at developed economies, SMEs contribute towards a large portions of GDP
That's right.
growth. So by necessity, if you may like it or you may not like it, what actually happens is there is a normal graduation. When small businesses start,
Yes.
they tend to become mid in size, and some of them even, I would say, the ones that work hard even become larger. There are names that we don't need to talk about, but many today global names were once upon a time SMEs. So I think it might not be the need to migrate them or graduate them from middle to large, but I think that's the objective of any small and medium enterprise.
That would
because
be
they want to,
ideal.
that would be the idea,
That
that
would
they
be
want to become
ideal.
large.
Yeah.
He mentions that money will come in from the private sector. In my humble opinion, if you look at developed economies, the more global economies, that's where public sector takes a first step, and it takes a very large step in making sure that there is a framework in place.
Yes.
And does not rely on private sector to try and make sure it is funded. So starting by discussing, while we acknowledge that the idea that we've seen institutionalization through the Boomerang effect is great, who should be doing it? My opinion, I think government should be, public should be doing it, public sector, as opposed to private sector, because the moment you let private sector guys come in with their commercial I would say with their commercial approach or their commercial objectives, it may not be greater for the economy, because the private sector will look at it, what is in it for me?
That's right.
As opposed to what is in it for the economy.
Yeah.
If you look at the more global economies that have developed around the world, and economies within the G7 or the G20 for that matter, you will see that public sector is what has actually, and I'm sure Theon will agree with this, is actually what has taken the step, rather than private sector, whose, I would say, agenda is a little different when it comes to commercializing.
So it has to fit into the agenda and the purpose, and the role players would be having to comply to that.
Yeah,
right?
And yes.
Right.
And as far as survival is concerned, sir, I think you said it. We will try and survive. We will try and survive.
They're trying.